Manchester United, looking to finish off the season with a chance to compete in next season's UEFA Champions League, faced off against his final obstacle in Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. In the beginning of the match, Leicester City in the midfield as well as in their penalty area had better defensive pressure, whereas Manchester United's midfield such as Wan-Bissaka and Fernandes were quite slow. As the match progressed, though, Leicester City's pressure lessened and Manchester United started to see more chances in free spaces, but did not take advantage of these chances. There was an instant where Maguire, at the beginning, did a mistake and played the ball to Leicester City near Manchester United's penalty area, which could have resulted in a fatal first goal against Manchester United. Near the end of the first half, though, Paul Pogba actually managed to make it through Leicester City's impenetrable defense by passing the ball over all of that defense to Bruno Fernandes. That finished off the goal, which was unfortunately cancelled due to Fernandes being offside. Leicester City managed to break through into Manchester United's turf a few times at the hands of Vardy and Inacio mainly, but also did not avail as their line of strikers was always quite minimal and not enough to break through Manchester United's defense. The first half ended with a 0-0 draw. In the second half, Martial managed to gain the ball and break into Leicester City's nearly empty penalty area, but with Morgan and Evans on his tail, they managed, of course, to knock him down and prevent him from scoring. This, of course, led to a penalty shot for Manchester United's advantage. Bruno Fernandes took this shot and scored Manchester United's first goal in the match, making them, of course, secure their place as fourth place within the Premier League rankings. Later on, Vardy in the penalty area had a good, clean shot to score the equalizer, really close to the goal as the goal seemed nearly defenseless. Vardy took the shot that De Gea managed to, however, impressively save. Evans, near the end of the second half, managed to get a red card. Leicester City's Evans, that is, managed to get a red card and get kicked out of the match by knocking down McTominay. In the very last minute of the additional time of the match, Lingard managed to gain the ball from goalkeeper Schmeichel and score Manchester City's second goal. In the second half, overall, in general, Leicester City, until the very last minute, in order to not only equalize but make a comeback, showed persistence by putting in some offense only to fall short in front of Manchester United's defense as well as goalkeeper De Gea's good protection. Manchester United, after their first goal, kind of seemed to be a bit more on the defense to maintain their victory over Leicester City. The match ended with a 2-0 score for Manchester United. Manchester United, by winning this match, has finished off the season as fourth place, as they, of course, hoped to. Overall, Manchester United's performance throughout this season was overall questionable, as they did perform well against teams such as Manchester City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. In fact, they ended Liverpool's winning streak by handing them their first draw. And they also performed not so impressively against clubs that are not on par with them, nor the previously mentioned clubs. The team is by no means bad, as they do have what it takes to win the Premier League title, at least in my humble opinion. By winning this match, Manchester United heads into its match against Lask on Wednesday, the 5th of August, with a clear head. Liverpool elsewhere managed to beat Newcastle United with a 3-1 score, as well as Chelsea managed to beat Wolverhampton with a 2-0 score and finish off the season as third place. Now that I'm done talking about the final matches of the Premier League that occurred tonight, I would like to briefly talk about the Premier League now that the 2019-2020 season is over. First of all, congratulations to Liverpool for winning the Premier League title after exactly 30 years. Their coronation took place at home stadium Anfield last Thursday after defeating Chelsea with a 5-3 score, which is good because it would have been quite awkward to be coronated after a loss. As previously mentioned, they finished off the season with a 3-1 victory over Newcastle United, finishing off the season with a smile, even though they kind of didn't need to. Well done, Liverpool, and of course Jurgen Klopp for turning the team around, as they have won the Champions League, European Super Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup, all in 2019, and of course, finally managing to win the 2019-2020 Premier League title, adding it to their list of accomplishments. Liverpool's Premier League victory is certainly a well-deserved one for their amazing performance this season, where they have won most of their matches and managed to rank up enough points to actually secure their Premier League title before the end of the season. I would like to mention that Leicester City, for the most part of the season, maintained third place, as well as at some point overtaking Premier League titan Manchester City and taking away from them second place, which they have managed to maintain until Manchester City eventually regained it. Manchester City, of course, won as much as they could have, but fell short in many cases, allowing Liverpool, who was more consistent, to maintain their first place position. It's been a great Premier League season, and I thank all of you so much for watching my post-pandemic 2019-2020 Premier League coverage. I look forward to covering the Premier League next season, as well as Manchester City and Chelsea's journey within this year's UEFA Champions League tournament that will continue where it left off on the 7th of August. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe. I've been Skeleton Sports, and as always, I'll see you all in the next report.